And yes, before anybody says anything, no, I'm sorry, I didn't do anything yesterday, I was doing something else, which I will upload later, because I was having a good time, and, you know, I was enjoying myself, and I forgot all about doing a Transformer review. But I've made amends now. The only problem is, I'll be honest with you, I have promised to do Jetfire now 10 times, I think, now, and every time I come up with an excuse for not doing it. The biggest problem is I expected to find him by now, and he's somewhere in a box, and I don't know where he's gone. Really embarrassing. See, I haven't unpacked all the Transformers. In fact, I've hardly unpacked any of them, to be honest with you. I've been in limbo for about a year now. I don't want to pack them up and set them up just to do them and tie them all away again, so you can understand. But he is in a box, and I've looked for him, and I can't find him. So I know he's somewhere. So all I can do is maybe borrow him. I've got a friend who has a Jetfire figure, and if I can persuade him to let me borrow it, then we can have a take a look at it. But, I know, it all depends on whether I can or not, so bear with me on that one. I will do it, I promise. I really had some good ideas for it. I have, honestly, seriously thought about doing a review, and I'd set it up, but I just can't find the toy. Alright, so let's look at something else, shall we? Now, look, I really like Jazz, and Jazz is such a cool character, and he's had some great incarnations as a figure, isn't he? I want to do a masterpiece one sometime. That would be spot on. I don't think you could go wrong with that. Anyway, so masterpiece Jazz I would like. But as you remember, my top 10 Jazzes, sorry, yeah, whatever. He was number 1. I think he's possibly one of the most iconic Transformers there is, other than Prime and Soundwave. More so than even Megatron and Starscream. I think Jazz is quintessentially something that you think of like Soundwave when you think of Transformers. Anyway, so many Jazzes later, we come to Fall of Cybertron Jazz. And he is a great fall. I don't mean in terms of his intelligence, I mean it's a fall from grace. This toy is abysmal. I am really disappointed with it. It's such a shame. Mind you, the Fall of Cybertron toys are weird looking anyway, but this guy's just weird and a bit crap. And it's in terms of quality, again. They're cutting corners, and it irritates me a lot, because these things aren't cheap. Should be better than this. Do you remember the G1 toys when they come out? I know I can't really compare, it's apples and pears really, but in terms of price when they come out, you got a lot more for your money. This is a rip-off. It's like they've only got 2 colours. It's like they've got the matte black paint that's... It's not black, it's white. It's like they've got a matte white paint, which the toy is produced in, and then they put a little bit of blue on it and gave up. They don't even give you a sticker sheet, do they, anymore? I mean, you used to had that and you had a little text, but no, it comes on a piece of card. Now, I know they've been coming on card for ages, so I can't really hold that against him, but I can hold the quality of the toy, which will not stay in car mode, which just keeps popping out the back. I've transformed it right before you say anything. I have checked. I mean, look at the back of this thing, look. His hands are visible. I mean, what? As a kite transform. Oh, I wonder if he's a transformer. I can tell. He's got his hands behind his back. Not much of a disguise, is it? Now, you can split hairs and say, well, you know, it's Fall for Cybertron. They're not meant to be disguised from Earth. They're just, you know, Earthlings. They're meant just to be practical as regards speeding around on Cybertron. Well, if you want practicality on Cybertron, bloody well fly then. And then you're going to say, well, the Autobots don't fly, do they? Well, it does when it suits the writer. Do you remember in the first one they flew Arrival from Cybertron? The Autobots could fly. They never flew again. I think they forgot. They lost their happy thought or something. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not questioning the cartoon because there's too many discrepancies. Anyway, let's talk about the toy now, shall we? Because I can rant on about anything for ages and it doesn't get me really anywhere. I just end up going around in a circle. Like, wheels. Okay. Does he roll? The rolling test. I'm afraid I have to do that off camera to see if he rolls. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't roll at all. That's crap. There's too much here, look. You see what they've done is they've tried to give you 2 like fake wheels under here. Well, they don't roll these wheels, see? So he doesn't roll. It's like he's got a brake on. He's got a handbrake with wheels. Yes, that works. You've got a poxy little gun, which is absolutely tiny. Mind you, the toy's quite small. So, all in all, the vehicle mode is shockingly abysmal. I mean, there's no detail along here. Look, it's just white plastic. We've got the obligatory Autobot insignia here, but it's just badly painted on. It doesn't look great at all. There's a bit of black here and silver. I don't like pointing out colours because in terms of being interesting to listen to, it's quite boring, isn't it? It's white with blue. Yeah. That's my review over, really. So, we won't go down there. But I would have liked some detail on the lights because they're just blue. It's just blue, 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 blue. We've got a lot of blue left and we want to make use of it. So, he is not a very good figure. He doesn't even look particularly aesthetically pleasing. But it's Fall of Cybertron toys, so maybe he can redeem himself in robot mode. I was going to do this in front of the camera, but it's not a particularly difficult transformation. But it's slightly sprung-loaded and doesn't stay in situ. Look, I'll just transform it quickly off screen and then we can talk about the figure. In terms of backing of the card, I'm just going to read out what they said about him. Okay, Autobot Jazz, fall for Cybertron, fall of Cybertron, fall for Cybertron. It means like he's fallen for Cybertron and they're going out on a date. No, it's not that, sorry. Improvisational and flexible, Autobot Jazz is the ideal special ops commander. Doesn't really say a great deal other than nothing. Okay, they usually do, I can understand, they have to keep, because you know, there's varying times of, look, they've had to translate it like a million times. It probably says something different every time, like, I don't know, I thought of a few unpleasant things then. I'll stop now. Okay, Jazz is riddled with problems. He is just one big problem. To start off, this arm here is wobbly as hell. It just will not stay. Well, it stayed then because it's making me look stupid, but the ball joint here just wobbles around like that. That doesn't look good. Stop doing that. But yeah, it is too wobbly. Look, it's just a wobbly arm. The other one's a bit better for some reason. So why he's got one wobbly arm and one not wobbly arm? I have no idea, but it is a problem. And this is the biggest problem. I don't know if it's going to pick this up. Right there. It's, in terms of he pivots here. And it's got some clips. I don't know if you can see them. It's supposed to clip in there. And because it's slightly sprung loaded, it keeps popping out. Which is a big problem because he has this almost Jazz pretender problem. I.e. that his chest is in the way of where he's going. Look. See, look, I mean, he has to like tilt forwards like that. So it's like we go, hello everybody. I'd love to stand up straight, but every time I stand up straight, that happens. Bad design. I thought we got rid of that with Pretender Jazz. I said there's been some good Jazz and some bad ones, and, you know, he's not as bad as Pretender Jazz, but, you know, he ain't much better. And yet again, we have the colour. It's just white with a bit of blue adding on, and this plastic is cheap. It's not been sprayed. It's moulded white plastic. They have done nothing at all to it. It's just moulded white plastic. And they put a bit of blue on it. And his legs look too short. He looks so stumpy and fat, doesn't he? Looks like a fat, stumpy Jazz. Not nearly. It doesn't read with the description of the character, does it? Now look in terms of comparison, look. Look. Now, is this guy cool? Even though he has a slight problem with pivoting around. I mean, that's Jazz, isn't it? That's not Jazz, because he's backwards, look. Now, which one do you think looks like Jazz? I know what my money's on. This thing is really disappointing, and it compounds the matter that you just won't sit together. These clips are far too small, and they won't... And it's too sprung loaded. It's disappointing. They've got scope with these things. As I said, it's a new mould. Why did they do this? I think it's the Fall of Cybertron toy line now. They are this way inclined, but it's not good, is it? It's not good. The head moulding is, well, what could I say? It's like a beige Jazz. The black visor is too much. Look. I mean, it looks Jazzish only because of the horns on the side of the head and the visor. You take them away, and he ceases to be Jazz. Now, I know that's stupid. Let's say, well, obviously he'd cease to be if you take them away, fine. But there's something about it that just doesn't sit right with me. The face just looks wrong. He looks like he's going... It's not a good look, is it, really? Not even for me. No. All in all, he is not a great figure. If you like Jazz, you're obviously going to want to pick him up, aren't you, for namesake. But other than that, I really, honestly wouldn't waste your time with him. He's a disappointing toy. And he doesn't look great with anything. And there's no red. He's got the blue stripe. But where's the red? Could you not put the red on the blue? Mean. Very, very mean. And that's just a little look at Jazz. What a shame, eh? I like Jazz, but I don't like that toy. Where does that leave us? Oh, yeah, you know, I said, could you guess my first album? Somebody already guessed it, so I don't know how they done that. Well done. I think it was Barry, wasn't it? Well done, man. Yeah, thank you. Queen the Works. So, yeah, I really wanted that vinyl, and I got it, and I played it, as I said, and it doesn't play anymore, because the needle just skids along, because I think the grooves are worn out. I've got it on CD, so who cares? But, you know, that was my first album. And, yeah, only thing I'll shove on the end here, just out of, if you're at all interested, me and my mate were messing around doing a song yesterday. We'll upload it later, but this is what we're doing, trying to get the song going. It took ages trying to... I'll just shove it on the end here, so like I'll give you a minute of us messing around trying to get it to work. It's a laugh from my perspective, actually from yours as well. And if you don't want to see it, forget it actually, and I'll see you guys later. Alright, take care. Okay, it's not picking it up too bad, the light. And then I film practicing. Actually, I'm not going to film practicing without the scene. That's all.
Let's play over it.
Alright, play it then.
Just do the chorus. And, hang on, let me reset this. Then do the chorus and sing over it.
That's it. Go. What am I singing?
For what it's worth.
For what it's worth.
While playing.
Huh? Oh, sorry. For what it's worth. For what it's worth.
The thing is, we've got lots of
Hello.
Okay, go. Chorus.
For what it's worth. 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 For what it's worth.
And you're like, oh, I don't want it anymore.
Hello. I think I have to be quite close with this one.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to really lean in to get. Actually, if I just shout.
You can do that.
Yeah. Right. We're recording on this one.
Yeah.
Doing a take.